Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and this is not the 10th time I've recorded this intro because I keep saying Joe Cat instead of Grimjack, and I'm literally just positively enraged at myself because that's a really obvious mistake that everyone makes, and I definitely don't feel bad about it. Because it's not, and we're good. This is going to be Goblin Slayer Abridged, Episode 6, Part 2, because, I mean, there's just so much going on in this episode. I really just want to dig right into it. I have more time today, so we're going to try and finish it. And if you randomly see an odd cut at me coming back with, no visible wounds, my wife did not have any opinions that I need to stop doing that to do other things like being an adult, which I definitely will not have happen. Future me, make sure to edit it so it doesn't look like anything happened. Otherwise, we should be good to jump right in. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up, and let's get started.
No, you go down.
Be right back. Try not to run off this time, pest controller.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's what he was calling himself now.
Pest controller. Yeah.
Technically, he's not wrong.
Maybe I just empty out the cart. She'll think we sold everything and we'll just get out of here. I can't afford anyone to see me with.
Why?
Oh, hey, Goblin Slayer. What you up to?
Yeah, that's why they would call him his name.
Powerful posterior of potion stowing is a very busy man.
Wait, he's got what in his ass? How did everyone know that but me? Why do I always forget the crowds? Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Finding a Goblin Slayer quest. Just wrapping up my last one and I'm ready for more.
Wait, what? You went on one without us?
Oh yeah, you went there for the Goblin Wife adventure. Good time.
The what?
Good time.
I'm sorry, what did he just call this? The what?
Last one and I'm ready for more.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You went on one without us?
Oh yeah, you went there for the Goblin Wife adventure. Good time.
Before anyone says it, yeah, I know, I realize there's no goblin wife. But I love the implications that on the spur of the moment, when he's trying to find an excuse for what he's doing with Cowgirl and the family, or I guess just her uncle, that the first thing he comes to is wife. If any of them knew what he was actually referencing right now, honestly, this version of Cowgirl would probably be emotionally scarred enough that it wouldn't actually bother her either way and she wouldn't care. But a lot of other people would suddenly get very, very, I think the term is yandere. Oh my.
Times. Good times.
The what?
I'll tell you someday when you're older.
She's older than you.
Crazy kids.
We actually were thinking of propositioning you for another type of adventure. Recently, the entire town has run out of cheese. The locals think it's due to a large green humanoid figure wearing a feather headdress eating everything in sight. We were hoping to find this creature.
I was going to make a joke about how, honestly, running out of cheese sounds unobjectively horrible. But goddamn, I have absolutely no idea who has done such a despicable act. It is unconscionable.
And feed it more cheese. Right here in its mouth. Yes.
No. What? No. I don't.
Okay, so this is one of the things, like here right now, they're just reusing the footage to make it work. You could actually see, because the kind of vague blur here, I have the settings all the way up on my end, so it's as detailed as it gets. You can see how it's just moving naturally around it. Everything's moving in parts, and the lines are actually changing as they move. So it's the original animation. But if we go back here, check this out. You see how crisp the lines are when they're moving? Makes a little more sense when it actually moves when I try and go forward a single frame.
Mouth.
Okay, because he wasn't moving that many frames. Okay, that's weird. See? Right here. You can see how these lines are actually much more crisp than the surrounding lines. It's because they edited in his entire damn mouth to make this scene. That's actually really cool. You can tell because it's actually more detailed and sharper than everything else. It's the big hallmark here. It's such a clean edit, because if you had stuck on it any longer, it'd probably be really hard to notice. But then you immediately go down to the dwarf.
In its
See?
mouth. Yeah. Yes.
No. What?
And they use just the regular manipulation of the actual source footage instead. So you actually completely ignore that. It's just really good. So they created it, not just lip flaps, but entire jaw movements. To give you an idea, most abridges, when they start out, lip flaps are either not entirely matching, or they just put a mouth going, ah, ba, 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 whenever someone talks. That's still hard to get down right, and it takes forever. I mean, someone who's good at it might be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time, but I've looked at it. I've attempted it once. Fuck that shit. And they just went and did the entire goddamn jaw and had to redraw the facial features of the entire character because his entire mouth moves and not just the lips to make this entire couple seconds work. That's a lot of effort for just a couple lines they wanted to get, and I'm kind of impressed.
What? No, I don't think that's what we rehearsed at all.
Shut up! Don't blow this for me.
He
Ignore
wants the
that.
cheese.
We were actually,
Makes sense, though.
Wondering.
Aw, blushing elf.
Yeah.
Noise.
You and all of us could
Go murder things?
it's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay, I'll get the rest of the rations out in a moment.
Hurry up and tell me what you want already. Yes.
An adventure! Jeez!
He might just
wanted
take him
go
up
on
on
an
it to get out
adventure
at this
with
point.
you. Gods!
No, I refuse. Now go. Leave.
Oh, my heart is broken.
No cheese.
I really wanted to adventure for cheesy glory with you.
Fine. Take this and leave me
You just had a
alone.
wheel?
Adventure over.
Hooray, we did it! I love you again, but not as much as I love this cheese. Oh, to eat a cheesy treat and suck upon its cheesy teeth. Huh, it rhymes. What else rhymes with cheese? Bees.
I was going to make a joke about how cheese teat. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, cow. Milk product. He's wrong, but also technically only a step removed from being right. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Lyme disease. Fleas. Oh, I hate fleas.
Why would you wait?
Oh, yeah, where was I? Free.
Wait, how much cheese? The guild's not paying for that. I don't care how well off the owner is. But that big green guy said you needed this much. Bessie's been working overtime for days to fill this order. Well, that's not my problem. Although, now that I think of it, we can bill him. I could charge him double and keep the difference. I could get a big bed for that much money. Or maybe even a queen size. Yeah, that's...
Okay, so we found the next demon queen. Also, please tell me this is Sleep Girl. If everyone's based on some kind of job they do, hers is definitely extortion and sleeping. Like, this is the second scene where she's fantasized about a bed. And while I'm going to be completely honest, I completely empathize here and agree and have made similar life choices in the past. I'm just digging this hole deeper, aren't I? They actually did the quest for the cheese? Oh, no, wait. They were making the delivery of the cheese. Wait. So let me get this straight. The more I think about this, the weirder this entire proposition sounds. So he put in an order to the guild for a quest to get cheese, which is what Cowgirl was filling, which is why they're in the city. Or am I missing a time jump here? But then the guild was going to pay for it instead of him, but now she's just thinking, what is their business model? And why am I thinking about this in an abridged? Also, yeah, I realize it's weird that Guild Girl is not the one here, and it does feel awkward, even though, like, we've seen other people working in other shots. It's just, with the one exception at the beginning of this video, we'd never heard them. Ever. It's weird.
It's a great idea. Oh, you didn't hear any of that, right?
Extortion.
No, I zoned out. Great, then we'll take
She
it.
just had a
Now get
very-
out. I got a lizard to hustle.
It'll probably work.
Strip tease on ease. Huh. It's funny now that I mention it. You look very uneasy, Goblin Slayer.
I told you to
Oh,
leave me
uneasy.
alone!
Can do. Everyone else left minutes ago. I'll follow suit.
They just edited everyone else out of the shot, didn't they?
Did I hear you yelling earlier?
Who, me?
He never
No,
yells.
I never yell. Never!
What you got
Makes sense to me.
there?
Spare set of armor. Women's size. Wanna try it? Like now? Please?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they'd edit it on.
Maybe just the helmet? Oh, this cart's heavy on its own. Are the wheels made out of stone? They're barely tiny.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She's like super strong.
Come on, it's not that bad. They're barely a quarter Bessie.
The cow? Oh, God. Thank goodness we're almost back. I can drop this off and get going.
Oh, you're leaving again?
Yep. Got a letter the other day. Urgent pest business in Watertown.
I see. When will you be back?
Oh, he's actually taking that up.
You never know.
Hey, every job's different. Sometimes you gotta kill the big pests. Sometimes just the small ones.
Oh, is that how it is?
Oh, God. I love and hate everything about that conversation. On the one hand, it's Goblin Slayer being completely upfront about exactly what he's doing. On the other hand, it's also just listening to Cowgirl kind of break. And it actually hurts because they've done a great job to build her up as a really broken person at this point. I love everything the Schmuck Squad are doing right now. This is so good characterization. I thought the title about being a day in the life of Cowgirl. I mean, it's not actually a day. It's been multiple days. It's been her entire life. But still, just, it's so cool to have a character piece in an Abridged that really emphasizes how pretty fucked up they are. But it's still funny, and it's still an Abridged, and it's still a parody. But also, a lot of this could apply to the standard character in canon if she wasn't more... I don't know a good way to finish that sentence that's appropriate for YouTube, so I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, I'm just, yeah. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one, because I know anything I did say would not be appropriate. Also, worse, my wife would hear it, and I know better than to say those things out loud. But more importantly, it's just... This is good. It's showing Goblin Slayer is actually pretty damn intelligent. It's showing Cowgirl cares for him, but she's also deeply broken. To the point where Cowgirl is probably more broken than Goblin Slayer. And Goblin Slayer is explicitly insane. And also playing it up because when he takes off the helmet, he's got a deep, smooth voice. And immediately goes, Goblin Slayer with the helmet on! Oh god, I'm never doing that voice again. That actually caused me physical pain. I should really stop doing accents. Ever. For any reason. No. Just, why do I keep doing that? Oh god, no. And yeah, a few people have mentioned Goblin Slayer is basically Batmaning this. Specifically Christian Bale Batman. And, you know, it's an actually really good comparison because he's traumatized by the death of his parents. He wants to basically do what he thinks is right for revenge. And if his increasing rent has any effect, he's also very rich. Yeah. He's basically fantasy Batman. I mean, honestly, the only thing he needs now is a... No, I was going to say a semi-evil waifu who may or may not be Catgirl, and then a bunch of other people who kind of glump around him in a pseudo-family. And that's basically his party. No, never mind. He's perfectly an analog to fantasy Batman. Especially in the Abridged. The more you know? Sure, yeah, let's roll with that one.
Do you really have to make the same thing every night? And why
Every night?
always so much of it? I had to start feeding it to the cow so it doesn't go to waste. There's beef in it, Cowgirl. And milk. Cow milk.
The milk isn't
It's
too weird.
unnatural. It ain't right. I
The
fear a
beef is
cow
weird.
cult might start to spring up soon. Bessie's been looking at me with hunger in her eyes.
Oh no.
So anyway, Pest Controller has been gone for a long time. He isn't usually gone for this long. I'm starting to get worried.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna
that
cover Watertown's
monkey
events.
kid you always talk so much about.
Pest Controller.
Whatever. I'm still charging him rent. He's gonna have to pay me at least 100 gold when he gets back.
At what point do you just give up farming for just
That
making him pay
sure.
rent?
His farm doesn't run itself, Cowgirl. There's only so many times that a magical witch and a brave young lancer come in to pay you 50 times the cost of the flour you sell them. Well, at least we're good for the month.
Even if he's gone for more than a month, I'll still have this seat waiting for him.
Monkey Kid, Lone Wolf, Crab Wrangler? I missed that one. Cowboy, Milkman, Money Man, Pest Controller. Okay, one great little edit here. Of course, you can always see because the edits are usually sharper than the rest of the surrounding. So it's just a really good one. But the fact that they had it in there, it just looks really nice. It's weird that it's floating, but sure, paper, why not? I just want to go back to the second where they said, a witch and a lancer paid 50 times the cost of flour. You know what actually makes perfect sense? Sure, in-game mechanics, adventurers have all the money, so they'll pay absorbent prices and just, like, roll with it. It's kind of cool to see that that does move from just game mechanics to, in this reality, adventurers are literally just targets. It's like they get rid of the monsters for money, and the reason people can do that is because they then gouge the adventurers for money. I mean, dear God, if a single one of them actually did become money man and understand the value of money, this entire system would collapse. It's actually hilarious. Oh. But the couch is the most dangerous thing that could happen.
Farm, right? I say, who stays here? Did you hear what I said?
No, you don't.
100 gold, cowgirl.
He'll pay it.
You know what, Uncle?
Yes, I'm the uncle, owner of the farm, yes.
You might own this farm, but I do just as much work as you
Probably
do
more.
on it. Yet, you never ask for my opinion. You just expect me to go along with whatever you say. I cook all the meals, take the cart to town and back, handle all the sales, and you can't juggle Bessie in the air like you used to.
He used to do
Milkshakes
that?
make up half our income.
It's my back. Never recovered after that cow tossing injury that fateful summer. I'd been
He could do
meaning to
that?
rest, but ever since our village cow town was destroyed and lost my cow wife, haven't been able to cow rest.
I lost a lot that day, too. But you don't see me taking it out on random pest controllers.
No, you just take it out on yourself, which is probably actually worse. He's getting a significantly good profit that, you know, Goblin Slayer could literally not pay, and he chooses to. It's like she's right, but also kind of wrong.
He doesn't have anyone but us after the attack. Please.
That's not actually true
just
anymore.
Go easy
Oh, she's
on
not going
him.
to like learning that.
For me?
I'll think about it. Then I'll think about telling you what conclusion I've come to. Whatever conclusion I come to, it'll be vague, and yet very, very decisive.
I doubt it.
Good night, Uncle.
Also, he could bench press a cow before?
But of course, if it's related to my emotions, I'll have to bottle it up and never let it out, like forbidden milk. Of course, it spoiled years ago, but you never know unless you uncorked it. Damn, I'm lonely.
Why do you have that? Like, literally, find a hole and leave it there. Dawn of
Have a
the
good night,
other day.
everyone, because one of you is going to the slaughterhouse tomorrow.
Oh,
Of course it's not you, Raoul. You're one of the good boys.
Cowgirl, you lying to the cows again? Tain't right. Of course it's Raoul. Yeah, you better be worried, Raoul. They're out of the show.
I'm sorry, they have cows that talk? Sure, why not? Wait, she's lying to them again? That's kind of fucked up. Also, I was kind of curious about the entire timeline, also because I might have completely spaced on the name of the town, Watertown. Yeah. I also, yeah. Not going to be proud about this one. I completely ignored all the names of places and locations. About every location that happened prior to this. I couldn't name a single bit. When someone said Watertown, I had no idea what that meant. So I had no idea how far back in the timeline this was, most of this so far. I thought this was just happening during downtime later, but nope, this was right now. Huh. It's kind of cool to find out that things are just happening in the background. This is just what's happening on the side. I wonder how they handle this in canon. I really need to go back and fix that. Talking cows, though. You have no idea how tempted I am right now just to go down to the description and find out who voiced Raoul the cow. It's going to be so stupid. I can't believe they actually had a voice for a cow. Oh, God.
It's gonna take like an hour.
Poor Raoul. I guess he's going to have to milk it for all it's worth.
I'm back.
Welcome back!
Oh, wow, she sounds happy.
What's wrong? Did something happen?
It's fine. I'm going to bed.
Oh. Was this the one after he died and came back?
You start your dream with me holding your snot-covered hand?
Yeah.
Jeez, every time. Oh, look over there. It's our cow town, our home, the place we grew up. Hopefully you wake up before we get to the part of the flashback where I fucking die there. That'll happen later tonight, so...
Bitch.
Oh, what? We're on to the stew part? This is your fondest memory? Ugh, sheesh. The stew wasn't even good, man. Come on, you must have had better memories than this.
And this is the stew
Like
she
that
always
time
makes.
I superplexed you? Oh, that probably wasn't fun for you. Oh, what about the time I pile-drived you through a table? Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a pattern. I pounded you into the ground like a goddamn fence pole.
Okay, real talk. The goblins did him a solid. They probably saved his life. I mean, just superhuman endurance is a thing. Cowgirl being the biggest example. But goddamn, lady. Fratricide is usually frowned upon.
No wonder you didn't grow. 5'9"'s not that tall, man. I didn't even get why you're having this dream right now. I get that you couldn't protect me, but have you ever thought about the fact that I protected you? Huh, punk?
Considering how many times you tried to murder him, it doesn't even out.
Man. You've got your own stuff to protect now.
Stew?
No, you moron! Not the stew! Oh, gods! The one time I say something nice and you ruin it.
That's why you never say it again.
Now you're waking up. If you dream of me again, it's gonna be me kicking your ass!
So probably more accurate to reality. Whoa.
I didn't even get to finish the stew.
Remember how I mentioned that whenever he has no helmet on, it's still a gruff voice, but it's much more dignified. I am now protagonist man. My voice makes people think that I have a tragic backstory, which is also completely accurate. I mean, technically he has crazy hair, but it doesn't count because he always wears a helmet. I do like, though, how they made a point during Cowgirl scene to always mention how she always has the same stew every day, and it sounds cute, and considering how they've been setting up this episode, I have a feeling it's also going to come down to trauma soon. A lot of trauma. She seems to be more based on holding on to the people she loves, but also doing it in such a way that's definitely unhealthy. Yeah. Also, now I'm not exactly a big construction guy, but this fencing seems kind of weird. It's like you got a few brick fences, you got a few fences, nothing is connected. I don't think that's how fencing is supposed to work. I could be mistaken, but usually aren't they supposed to do something like connect? Like, was there it almost looks like, yeah, concentric rings. Defensive walls on a hill. It almost looks like it was a fort and they just tore it down over time and then decided to build picket fences because it looks cool. This isn't so much an abridged comment, just more, it looks cool in a fantasy setting, but it's also really stupid. Like, this is a good fencing so you can keep anything in or out, and then you have the big open section. That does not make sense. Decorative fencing, everyone. Apparently before he decided to slay goblins, Goblin Slayer had a fencing passion. Sure. Let's roll with that one. Except for right here. This one's functional. Everything else is stupid.
Dinner's almost ready.
Is it stew again?
Something very special today.
You mean the stew? Again? Why? Oh, hey, I see you brought a guest. Have a seat, mysterious stranger. Any friend of Cowgirl is welcome in my
He doesn't even
bar.
notice it.
Here, have a glass of our finest milk. It's the sweetest and thickest milk Bessie's ever produced.
It's me.
Oh, then, that'll be 10 gold for the glass.
He actually
and
forgot.
100 gold for back paid rent.
Sure.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No fight? Just sure? You're not fun.
Has he ever
anymore,
fought? You've
boy.
always let him.
Why ain't you fun anymore? And why aren't you wearing that fancy poop-smelling armor you love so much? And have you always been this pretty?
I wore my armor because I needed it for my job. And I did that job a little too well. So now there's no more job to do.
I told you shouldn't be burying those cows, boy. First of all, tain't right. Second, they ain't known to grow that way.
Cows?
They're not vines, they're bovines.
God, that's actually a good pun.
That's funny.
I hate liking that one.
Laugh.
I'm going to town.
Oh, you want me to come with you?
No,
When's the last time she saw him without a mask?
I've got some things I need to do.
Is one of those things getting a room at an inn?
No.
Away from me?
If that's what you want, sure.
What?
Oh, I won. Is this what victory tastes like? Like the sticky embrace of room temperature Bessie juice? This is what it's like to win?
Technically, you literally just lost a guy who's willing to throw hundreds of golds at you for no reason, who's not always there, and you're literally... I don't get this guy. I know it's a joke, but just... Yeah, room temperature Bessie milk. I'm going to take it as that's a bad thing. He's suddenly regretting his decision. But I'm also terrified room temperature milk might be a good thing to him.
It's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
I like the top. It's not
You should probably
for me.
fall off it.
Tain't right.
Taint rat. Oh, God. Wait, is he going to walk in without his helmet? No one's going to recognize him.
That's some nice, refreshing room temperature scorpion milk. I feel bad for the guy running the farm outside of town. This stuff is gonna drive him out of business. Oh, a new recruit? Hey, you!
Huh?
You looking to become an adventurer,
Scorpion
rookie?
milk?
What? No,
That's probably for the best then. This job isn't for everyone, rookie.
They have no idea.
Only the strongest,
To be fair, Lanzer's pretty
bravest,
stupid.
most handsome or beautiful people can survive in this field.
I see.
Well, now that I look at you, you do have the handsome thing down.
Oh
Even those
my
face
God,
guards are,
I
like,
love this. They're playing it up
strategically
more
placed
than
to make you
usual,
more
aren't they?
handsome. Gods, you're pretty. I can't stop looking at you.
Okay.
I just want the reveal.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna...
Ask for advice? I knew you would. Take it from me, you don't want to be one of those weirdos like Poo Patrol or the Goblin Slayer gang. Just stick with me. I'll teach you everything
Dude,
you need to know.
that hole is
might
getting
mean
dig-
I would, but
Oh,
you
it's just
couldn't
getting
afford
deeper.
My rates, not on a porcelain rank salary. No offense.
I don't want your filthy training.
Oh, what? You don't know how good I am. I'm super strong,
No,
dude.
you're not.
My spear weighs like a quarter Bessie. I'm not sure exactly how much a Bessie is, but I've been hearing it's used as a unit of measurement around here.
Apparently
That's
it
your
is.
Second lesson, rookie. Always adapt to your surroundings. It makes you super popular and well liked. See? Wasn't that a good lesson?
No,
Aren't you
but
happy?
also he's right.
You're lucky I didn't charge you.
Please, stop trying to tutor me.
But how could you possibly not want more? That's it. I'm making you my apprentice. I gotta see exactly how much you know and why you don't want me to tutor you. From
love
this
this.
moment on,
It's so
you'll be
stupid.
known as Rookie Lancer. No, wait. Lancer Jr. No one's done that before. Completely original idea there. You're gonna be way better than that apprentice Goblin Slayer has. You can beat up a
Sarah's an
16-year-old girl, right? It's important for my image.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Oh, that's smart. You know you don't have to fight her.
I mean,
because
I
you
think they're
already know you're
referencing
better
Priestess,
than her.
but does she
I do
really
that
count
with
as an
Goblin
apprentice?
Slayer. You're a fast learner, Lancer Jr. With your looks and my tutelage, you could be an Obsidian rank within a month.
I'm actually already...
Excited to join me? Of course you are.
This guy's so
Who wouldn't
dumb.
be? Name one person that wouldn't be. There's
Me.
no one. Right?
I could name several.
Fan clubs after me? Of course you
Yeah.
could, but don't worry about it.
Please let her
Well,
actually
maybe
realize
two or
who it is and
three.
play
You know,
along.
no reason to go overboard. Anyway, Lancer Jr., I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for training. Ooh, when I see Goblin Slayer, I'm gonna rub my new trainee in his probably disgusting face.
I love everything about this entire interaction. I just love it. I don't know if they played it up or not because I never made it this far into the show and I really should. But I love this. Also, if that smug look on her face is any indication, she knows exactly who this is. And she's just playing along because he's an idiot. I love this. I just love this.
See you around. Wink, Lancer Jr.
Yep, playing along.
Son of a bitch, she knew it was me. And she didn't stop him.
Yep.
Clever girl.
Okay, that little bit right there. So far, whenever he has the mask off and he's just the brooding Bruce Wayne to the Goblin Slayer, it's been a very dramatic change. He's way more down, just like low key. But that bit right there, he's like, she knew who I was and didn't say anything to stop him. Oh, clever girl. That sounds like something he would say when he's more hyped in his usual costume and getup. So I just absolutely love that because it shows it's not entirely an act. He also is that kind of crazy. He is that insane. He is that zany, but he's just hyping it up a bit. The bit part is he does it on a smaller, deeper register. I guess a less shouting register now I think about it. Whenever he has the mask off. So it's nice to see where that line is, that he's hyping it up in his character that he plays, but he's also still that kind of guy outside of it as well. It's a nice dichotomy.
There we go. Thanks again for agreeing to repair the armor I died in. I'm just glad you kept the other armor I commissioned for the girl. It fits perfectly for me, even though I gave you her size details. Did you somehow figure out that this exact situation would happen? God,
He was probably lazy.
You knowing bald head of yours. I could just cuss it. Mwah. Mwah.
My what? I can't hear so good after years on the forge. Speak up!
Always eager to get back to work, I see.
I guess
Well,
it would be
anyways,
loud, but
just fix my old armor and maybe add some hot rod flames on the inside of the armor. That'd be cool.
inside?
I mean hot.
Why inside?
Yeah. I want the Goblin Fury style ones. You know what those look like, right?
I can't see so well either. I lost my good eye in a work-related accident. The other eye was showered in sparks. It hurts to blink.
Perfect! You've never let me down before, Dwarven Blacksmith. And you better not let me down now. Okay, I love you. Bye!
Yeah. Goblin Slayer's insane. More importantly, I'm more surprised this guy is... So he's got one eye that he can't blink, so it's probably not working. He's deaf, and I love how they resolved the entire plot hook they create about creating armor for Cowgirl to hide her ability. And they're just, okay, well, why didn't he actually make it for her? Because he's deaf and blind-ish. Yeah, sure. It makes perfect sense. Just covering over a plot hole they created because they were making a joke by making up another joke that kind of covers for it. It's like lampshading the lampshade, which is honestly not a bad idea, and it kind of works because, yeah, it fits and it's funny.
What?
How do you always get his work orders exactly right, even though you don't know what he's asking for?
What? Instinct. Who said that? Was it the ghost of my apprentice?
I haven't died yet, sir.
That incomprehensible gobbledygook is exactly the sound that the ghost of my apprentice would make. Begone, spirit! Go towards the light!
I'm gonna go towards the forge and work on this armor. Are you gonna help?
Ghost apprentice! Go get that dwarf shaman and have him exorcise you!
Yeah, you're not gonna help.
Nope. He's insane. Everyone's insane. I love this. Ooh, fun transition. Showing the passage of time. A lot of passage of time. Ooh. Cool whiteout effect.
Oh, another day without a goblin slaying quest.
And he went back.
Doesn't mean that danger is around the corner. The
I think he moved out, though.
goblin corner. I'm gonna corner that corner. You can't fool me, Fence. I know you're hiding danger. You passed this test, Fence. But I'll catch you when you least expect it. And I'll give you the shits like this. Yeah, that'll learn you. What about tiny ant-sized goblins? That could be a thing, right here.
That would be terrifying, honestly.
Damn. These are just regular non-goblinoid ants. And now they're in my suit, and they itch. Ow! Ow, that won't beat me. Ow! I'm bleeding. I know.
Oh, that is not even funny to joke about.
Gone. It couldn't be, because they're hiding behind this grass.
What did he walk in on?
There's a bunch of nothing.
Or nothing.
Those filthy goblins can't hide under a rock. My take
Yeah, apparently he did just build walls here.
A fence I can trust.
Huh.
Almost out of rocks. I need a new rock guy. My rock guy's blind drunk in a mountain somewhere.
Hey, you.
He has a rock
nice
guy?
wall you got there.
Thanks. It's symbolic of how I don't let people in.
Neat.
And
I
they're not
brought a
completed?
wicker basket full of that stew you love. All the liquid parts dripped out, so there's just cheese left.
Perfect. I'll eat it through my mask.
Honestly, he's eating it through his mask.
This is nice.
It mostly tastes like the inside of my mask.
You know, I think
Oh, that's cool. So it actually looks like they've edited her in on this scene. You can see there's a small little haze around her where you can see she's been clipped from somewhere else. I almost didn't even recognize it until I stopped to pause. Huh. So let's go back, see if there was more scenes edited. No, it looks like she's here on this one, and I'm still stuck on this because... Did they edit in his helmet? No, it looks like it matches the overall texture, so I don't think they did. I could be mistaken. It's either a very good edit or they literally just made a joke by leaving his helmet on when he went to eat. I want to say they edited it in, though, but I honestly don't know because the textures match pretty well. If anyone knows about the original scene, let me know because this is incredibly stupid and I love it.
This is nice.
It mostly tastes like the inside of my mask.
You know, I think this is the longest you've stayed at the farm for. It's been nice having you around.
Yeah.
Unless that haze was part of the
guess
original
just lucky
script thing.
I've been
No, they don't do
called
it for
away
anyone
to
else.
work.
That reminds me. What do you do for work nowadays?
Oh!
Actually, go back a second. Huh. Well, you look at that. The overall shading shows that they adjusted his character design as well because it doesn't match. Oh, so this is a completely original scene they created just to have them talk. Huh. It's a bit weird, though, because they're desaturating things in a way that is more... I was going to say it's more blatant. It's easy to tell it's not the natural phrase because you can see the detail on the clouds in the background, even the detail on her where she's cut from. It almost looks like they redrew him to make this scene as if they didn't have the source footage. But I was so focused on the quick shading around her, which is weird, but I guess, pretty girl gets more attention. Yeah, I have a bias. Huh. Interesting. So this is a completely original scene they're making. That's actually really cool.
Reminds me. What do you do for work nowadays?
Oh!
Pest control? Oh, is he going to give up and tell it? Out of work?
I'm a
Barber?
rock trainer. I train rocks.
Are you still here? I left a while ago to make dinner.
Yeah. I was just out here,
Disassociating?
looking at the sky for sky staring purposes.
Oh, she
I
can
will get
empathize.
to my case for doing that, but you can't see the stars this clearly anywhere else. There's no light from the city to obscure anything. You can even see the craters on the moons.
Damn.
Can you? I don't really see them.
Well, you gotta get a better angle, silly. Come here.
Hey, whoa.
I mean, with how strong she is, if she pulls him, she might rip his hand off.
Really strong.
Yes.
Well, I gotta be if I'm gonna protect you.
Protect.
I mean, give her a stick and she'd probably
Well,
crater
The
anything.
world is a big place, and it's full of pretty scary stuff. We're all we got. I try my best to make the farm feel simple. Just you, me, Bessie, and the stars.
What about your...
I'm sorry, I just... It's so stupid just having someone go, "Boo!" Why is that making me laugh? I'm sorry, I'm judging myself right now for finding that funny. It's such a touching scene. They've built it up. The music in the background is so moving, and then they just have someone going, "Boo!" Oh God! I can actually feel my face getting red. It's so stupid. Why is it making me laugh? I'm just gonna listen to that one more time. One more time, just one.
Just you, me, Bessie.
Okay, I got this. I don't got this. I lost my heart. I started sweating. I'm sorry. It's because they introduced the concept of stupid cow moos back with Raoul in the earlier section. Okay, I got this. Because they introduced him, it's like I wasn't taken completely off guard by the voice. I just wasn't expecting it to be introduced here, but because they tied it in and the cows being out still makes sense. I mean, they shouldn't be, but still. It's the second hit of a joke that I found kind of dumb funny, but it's hitting in a scene I was not expecting it in the slightest. So my level of engagement was really high. I was really drawn in. And suddenly there's a joke I find even moderately funny, but it hits so much harder because I'm coming from a baseline of serious, ah! The sudden dichotomy between serious to funny hit me so hard. I'm actually tempted to go listen to a fourth time, but I know better. I will just laugh and lose it for another 20 minutes. Oh, goddamn.
Stars.
What about your uncle?
He's not here.
He's kind of a dumbass, too.
He's back at the house doing uncle things. We don't need to worry about him.
Probably never do,
I
actually.
guess that's true. No one's asked me for money since I laid down in your strong yet surprisingly comfy lap.
You know, it'd be a lot easier to look after you if you stayed nearby more often.
I already live here.
No, you don't.
Sure,
You moved
but
out.
you always leave. Sometimes for weeks on end. You haven't been the same since you came back last time. I know whatever you get up to.
He
out
died,
there is
and that's
eating
apparently
at
affecting him.
You noticed that?
Of course I did. I've known you since we were kids. I doubt there's
And
much
she
you
really
could hide
cares
from
for him.
me.
Yeah, I'm an open book.
Someone else already opened him.
Just think about it.
That was the problem.
Okay? I know living here wouldn't be all that exciting, but it might be good for you. You could actually get some rest, catch your breath, you know?
Breathing's overrated. I stopped breathing for like 9, maybe 10 hours once. Wasn't that bad.
Wait, what?
Nothing. It was for yoga.
Oh my god, damn it. He goes out of his way to hide everything he's doing, and then he just reveals by accident that he died for a good 10 hours. And just that moment of, wait, what? I love this. It shows that even though she's literally probably as fucked in the head as he is, she's also still very much there. She's very much aware of what's going on. She heard exactly what he said and realized he wasn't joking. And he's just playing it up. But now she knows. And whether she plays it off or not, she caught it exactly when it happened. I love how these characters are being played off as intelligent idiots. Which is really hard to do, because usually when you do an idiot, you go over the top stupid. And most Abridged do that, and it's funny, and it perfectly works. Hell, most regular TV shows do it, and it's still funny, and it works. This is showing that, yes, these people are idiots, they're insane, but they're not stupid. It's that line between an idiot and stupidity that is very, very hard to reach, to the point where it's usually a synonym, but they've somehow managed to make it just similar. They're doing dumb things for dumb reasons, but they know what's going on. They know the score. They know how this affects other people. And they're just mostly being idiots about things about their own safety. But showing how he's here, her commenting on how he's changed, it's referencing the fact that the previous episodes in the Abridged have affected him, that he has had consequences for dying and being brought back. Hell, even just seeing him out of the armor was the big way to show it, but she noticed it too, and he even let slip exactly what happened, so she'll probably figure it out. So she shows she's intelligent by noticing this, and he shows he's intelligent by trying to hide it all, because he knows how it would affect her. It's really touching if it wasn't so them playing off each other's fear for themselves and others, and considerable trauma, trying to protect each other from their trauma and their own trauma, and then just not really dealing with it, but also trying to be good. It's interesting. I like seeing this dynamic. I really hope they manage to edit it in future episodes.
Scuba diving. Scuba yoga diving. Anyways, I'll think about it. Not now, though. The ants in my armor have been biting me.
They're still there?
I think I crushed their queen accidentally. They're out for blood, and they're getting a lot of it. I think my blood
God.
is attracting more ants. Are they biting you?
No,
Could they?
I'm good.
How? Are they just my ants? Just for me?
Yes.
I gotta de-ant my armor. But don't worry, though. I'll think
It's
about
probably the smell of the armor, actually.
it. I promise. Oh, well. Another day without a
Just kind of wondering if they would have another wall that he built there.
It'd be a lot easier to look after you if you stayed.
Oh, he's actually
nearby
considering
more
it.
often. You could actually get some rest, catch your breath.
Would they Make an alternate story?
Nice? Nice? What would be nice is if every filthy, disgusting goblin was dead.
And here's his psychosis.
But there hasn't been any goblin slaying quest. I've been searching for tracks for God knows how long. You haven't searched hard enough. Wily goblins could be anywhere.
Wait. It's not just that he's talking to himself, he's doing alternate voices. I want to go back and make sure.
Goblin slaying quest. I've been searching for tracks for God knows how long.
Now that's interesting. So this is now distinctly 3 voices he has. There's the deeper rumbling voice outside the mask. I guess his Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne aspect. And then there's the really hyped up Bruce Wayne in the mask. But now we have a slightly middle ground, still really crazy high pitched. Okay, I can't even do that one. Ow, why did the third one hurt the most? Ow. I am not a voice actor. That very much shows. It's still hyped and insane and goblin ridden, but it's a distinctly more sane looking at reality one. I know the twist that comes up because I did look a little at the wiki, but that's really interesting actually, that out of all the voices, he's now got 3 distinct ones that change how he talks in his head. There's the way more crazed one, which we saw the representation of with this. And if you look at it, this is actually another original scene because you can see around here where they cut it out because there's a different lighting shade. And then this is just a different effect. So that's really damn cool. But then you go, oh, what did I just press? I don't know what I just pressed. I just pressed a thing. Oh, I made it quieter. That's weird. And like, listen to this.
Goblin was dead, slain. But there hasn't been any goblin slaying quest.
So he's still doing the voice, but you can hear it's just even more guttural versus still pretty guttural, but lesser. And without the crazy, insane background music or the insane background in general. It's a really cool dichotomy. Sorry, I guess this entire episode is, I like dichotomies, that things that are very similar but stand apart in very distinct fashions because they show different aspects of a character. This entire episode seems to be doing that. I can see why everyone's so freaked out about how good this is.
I've been searching for tracks for God knows how long. You haven't searched hard enough. Wily goblins could be anywhere.
And they're also interpreting it as moving his head when one voice is talking.
Or they could be gone. The Demon Lord was killed. The goblins might have died out on their own.
No.
Exactly why a filthy goblin would want you to think. You're getting soft, complacent. And who's gonna pay the price for that? What town needs to be razed to the ground? How many people need to die? Keep looking! How much of my life do I have to waste searching for goblins that aren't there? You know they're out there! Stop fooling yourself! What if they're not? They are!
Ooh.
They're plotting something!
Oh, now that's interesting. You know how I mentioned there was 2 distinct voices? That second voice, though, the self-doubt, and just looking at it as there's no goblins anymore, his voice actually became distinctly less guttural as this entire scene is played on. Like, let's go back a second and just, here. Like, listen to this part.
I've been searching for tracks for God knows how long.
See, that's how guttural it sounded there. But when we go over here, listen to it now.
How many
Wait for it, wait for it.
to die? Keep looking! How much of my life do I have to waste searching?
So it's still guttural, but it's lost a significant portion of just how deep it was. Also, yeah, you can see there's like a little frame right here. Did they edit this one in as well? I don't actually know, but it looks like it's standing out, but I'm not actually sure if this is, no, you can see down here, this is actually an edited scene for this close-up. I guess maybe they redid it so it would have a cleaner image? Interesting. Because, yeah, you can see how these blur together, but this has a much sharper line, and the shading actually cuts around here, so you can see where they cut it a little too close. And there's a little bit of, this one isn't nearly as clean. There's a little divot right here. So, yeah, this is actually another created scene based on composite footage. I didn't actually recognize that. Wow. This was a really clean one. I did not even tell the first time. It's easier on the bow because you don't really look at it, but it's also kind of Seriously, though, I like how just within this scene, the voice of self-doubt in his head is de-escalating constantly and going almost down to his normal out-of-mask tone.
searching for goblins that aren't there. You know they're out there.
But then his
Stop fooling
crazy
yourself.
voice is still crazy.
They are! They're plotting something! I've been fighting for so long. Keep fighting until it's done!
But when do you know it's done?
When you're dead! When every filthy goblin is dead!
Sucks that the shoulder devil's right.
Peace. War! Maybe I could. Hey guys, did you hear? The hero killed the resurrected demon lord! I know!
Again?
Oh, okay. I'll leave. Bye. Kisses.
Oh my god, they've just gone free abridged on this one. For anyone wondering, Octopimp and Free Abridged had the Council of Horrors, the main character who had a bunch of different voices in his head. And since they were playing around with Goblin Slayer having different voices, had the Shoulder Angel, Shoulder Goblin Slayer, they just decided, you know what, screw it. And they went with the third one, who's just Shoulder, very, very out of it and late to the party. Captain Obvious. Functionally, this actually is Ego, Superego, and ID, or ID. But I'm not going to give them credit for that one because I think that's me reading into it too much. But also, if someone had any psychological knowledge and they decided to make that joke because they could get away with it, sure. What I think they're actually doing is maybe more of a shout out to Octopimp because it's a classic abridged trope to just jump around with multiple voices. Whether it's a direct reference to that or not, I don't know. But I love how they actually incorporate a similar type of humor. Oh, God. And now they're incorporating horses and moving the camera to show the horses running away. I'm upset.
Don't quit!
Well, apparently one of you already did.
Take a break. Don't quit! 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 Take a break.
At this point.
Don't quit!
Just think about it.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Also, you think that'd be easier to find?
I told you.
Yep. And that was the rest of Goblin Slayer Abridged episode 6. That was pretty damn awesome. And I love that final argument where he's actually... It looks like up until he found the track showing that his, I guess, shoulder devil / Goblin Slayer was right, he was actually going to make the choice to do something mentally healthy and step back and maybe, have a life and relax for once and maybe step back from his psychosis up until the twist that we all knew was coming. Because even I know exactly what happened after that. Not in great detail, but I know what was going to be found. Again, I wiki-walked before watching the show, and then I didn't watch the show because I had wiki-walked, so I had spoiled a lot of the twist, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, that's on me. I can watch a show after watching The Bridge and still have a great time. Wiki-walking destroys that for some reason. I really should stop doing that before I watch shows. Yeah, past me's a dick sometimes. So it's future me. Present me's awesome, though, so we're not going to say anything about him. But joking aside, this is good. I love all the edits they made. I like how they created so many original scenes with original footage. Specifically that one where they had the side-by-side at night with Goblin Slayer and Cowgirl. And it almost looks like they had drawn on their own version of Goblin Slayer just because they needed the source footage and they didn't have it, so they created their own. At this point, I'm almost wondering if they want to diverge significantly from the source material, will they just do a 3D model version? I mean, with Goblin Slayer, there's probably a 3D model out there already because they had it in the show, so someone probably leaked it somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if they can just find it. Everyone else, it would look weird, but I just don't like 3D in general, unless it's used well, and sometimes it is. But that's beside the point. Overall, though, God, this was good. It was emotional. It was funny. It had great levity. It had talking cows. Apparently, I have a weakness. Talking cows. Who'd have thought? Not me, actually. That actually did surprise me a bit. I really don't get why I found it so funny. I know why there's funny aspects to it. I just don't get why it hit me so hard. It really doesn't make sense. But overall, if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit that up. That was kind of brilliant. If this was anywhere close to how funny the original is really damn good. And honestly, I think this might actually be better, but we're not going to say that out loud because I still want to support the original release. My wife is a massive fan of Goblin Slayer because she likes the opening episode for how fucked up it is. I love my wife. I'm just going to leave that one there. She's awesome. But I need to go show her this later because this is really well done. It's good, it's evocative, it's emotional, and more than anything else, it just has so much honestly fucked up characters trying to be all right, and then the ending, which originally in canon probably wouldn't hit nearly as hard because this one played up the mental struggle he's actually going for, showing that he has a struggle, that he could get better, and that also he might need to not get better because his psychosis isn't wrong, which honestly is horrible because whenever, it's like a paranoid person finding out one of their paranoias is real, it destroys someone even worse than finding out anything else, because that's when you confirm something and then everything else suddenly seems true when it isn't, and it's a really dark place you go to then, which is probably what we're going about to see. Yep. I have no idea what they have planned. I have no idea what they're going to change, and they've changed a few things, and then they've unchanged them with significantly well-done jokes. I'm looking at you, armorer dwarf. Yeah. I guess I'd be more blacksmith dwarf. Whatever. This was just a really well-done episode. Again, links below. Hit them up. This was awesome. And when you're done, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We are literally less than 100 subscribers away from 60,000, so yeah, this is kind of awesome. All the same. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.